Your phone wasn't built to talk to space. Its antenna was designed to connect to towers a few miles away. Now it's connecting to satellites orbiting hundreds of kilometers above Earth. That shouldn't work, but it does. Starlink's Direct-to-Cell system is one of the most technically aggressive satellite upgrades in recent years. Traditional satellite phones rely on specialized hardware, larger antennas, higher transmission power, dedicated chipsets. Your standard smartphone doesn't have any of that. It transmits at relatively low power, typically optimized for ground towers within line-of-sight distances measured in kilometers, not hundreds of kilometers. Starlink satellites orbit in low Earth orbit, LEO, at roughly 500 to 550 kilometers altitude. That distance introduces immediate challenges: signal attenuation over distance, limited transmit power from phones, Doppler shift from fast satellite movement, regulatory spectrum constraints. Let's break that down. Signal attenuation increases dramatically with distance. The further a radio wave travels, the weaker it becomes. Following the inverse square law, a signal sent from a smartphone must travel hundreds of kilometers upward through atmosphere to reach a fast-moving satellite. And smartphones aren't high-power transmitters. They're capped for battery life and regulatory reasons. So how does this work? The satellite compensates. Starlink's newer satellites are equipped with large phased array antennas designed to detect extremely weak signals from standard LTE phones. Instead of the phone increasing power, the satellite increases sensitivity and beamforming precision. Beamforming is critical here. Phased arrays electronically steer narrow beams without physically moving the antenna. That allows the satellite to focus reception on specific ground regions, increasing effective signal gain. But there's another problem. LEO satellites move fast, around 7.5 kilometers per second. That means Doppler shift becomes significant. The frequency of the signal changes slightly due to relative motion, and systems must compensate dynamically. That's real-time RF correction, not marketing language. Latency is also part of the equation. Because these satellites orbit lower than traditional geostationary satellites, approximately 35,786 kilometers, latency is dramatically reduced, often in the 20 to 40 millisecond range for ground-to-satellite-to-ground relay. That makes basic data transmission, SMS, and eventually voice plausible without unbearable delay. But this isn't unlimited bandwidth from space. Direct-to-Cell currently focuses on narrowband applications like messaging and emergency connectivity. Bandwidth is finite. Spectrum allocation is tightly regulated. National telecommunications laws vary. This isn't replacing towers, it's filling dead zones, and that distinction matters. In remote areas, oceans, deserts, rural terrain, building infrastructure is expensive. Satellites already orbit overhead. Leveraging them as fallback connectivity shifts coverage logic entirely. There's also power management. Satellites operate on solar arrays and onboard energy storage. Handling cellular-level connections at scale requires careful scheduling, beam allocation, and traffic management. This is orbital network engineering, not just satellite internet. The bigger shift isn't speed, it's redundancy. If your phone can talk to space without new hardware, terrestrial infrastructure stops being the only connectivity layer. And when networks gain orbital backup, outages stop meaning isolation. For decades, connectivity meant towers on the ground. Now it includes satellites overhead, and when your default device can reach orbit, coverage stops being geographic. It becomes architectural.